Hello everybody, it's Brian here from the 1 Minute Trader. Now I don't do as many of these videos as I might like to do. I'm in the middle of writing a couple of books at the moment, so I've already written and published my first book, which is again keeping it super simple. This is all about trading, well, whether it be stocks, we could have Forex, we could have futures. Keep the principles and the strategy super simple. When you get a little bit more familiar with things, then you can make it a little bit more complicated, if you wish. So I've got a little bit of a chart here, and this is Cisco, CSCO. It's one of my favorites for using as an example, and I guess really that's because there's just some really nice movements on this market here. So again, if we start over on the left-hand side, you can see that when we hit, this is a 200 period moving average. We hit that down here beautifully. That's not a reason to buy. Not at all. And in fact, sorry, I see my blinds. There we go. If I turn my blinds a little bit and we'll hit the light. That should be better quality. There we go. So again, just because you come into your 200 period moving average, it's going to depend upon your strategy, but for most people, just because you hit a support area or potential support of the 200 period moving average, that's not necessarily the time to buy. We want to wait for a little bit of positive juice to say that, hey, now we're being lifted off. And we really got that over here. This was a big green candle. That's the one. Boom, and we took off and we really lifted off. Now, let's say you come into the picture and you go, oh my gosh, I missed that big green one, but I still want to take advantage of this move. Well, where are you on the slide rule up here? So let's say we've already had this rising window here. And let's say we're in and around these green candles. You know, everything is going up and up and up. I'm losing money every day. Well, you're not losing anything. You're just not making money. But really, again, you look at this and say, well, where's the more opportune time to maybe enter? Well, not really there. Again, that's indecision. Spinning tops, then we shoot up again. Oh, shoot, you know, I wish I'd taken advantage of that. Then you have a pullback. Patience. Yavash, yavash. It will come to you. The more patient you are, the more prosperous you're going to be. And this is the same again with all markets. It's the same with the futures as well. I'm going to have a book on futures coming out again, hopefully by Christmas. Still putting on a few finishing touches, and then I'm going to send it for review. But again, futures don't have to be that difficult, but you have to be patient again. And you have to trade with a few of those basic concepts. There's a few different rules, but for the most part, again, we've got to be patient. We've got to look for the right opportune time for the entry. The entry is the most key. Otherwise, you're pulling your hair out and then dumping the stock or the futures or the currencies because it's gone the wrong way. Well, it hasn't gone the wrong way. It's just that it's settling back into a support or a resistance area before it then goes which direction, and that's the key. So looking here again, a lot of lower shadow again, tagging right off the 20 period moving average, boom, and then we get a nice big green candle. There's your go signal. And we carry on up. Then we start to get a little bit of red in here. Again, this was a little bit of I say a little bit of scary part. There's a bit of a signal here that, you know, the market might be getting tired. Yeah, we did pop up a little bit higher, still getting those red candles as the market's going even higher. And then we start to fall. Falling window, and we get red, red, red. So again, lower shadows don't necessarily mean that, boom, it's going to take off and lift off to the moon. No. But again, the more red I start to see, a little bit more nervous I get that, okay, either we're having a pullback into a support area or might be taking off, but we might be pulling into support. We might be changing our direction altogether, showing that the market has a lot more volatility, one of those key words, volatility. So on another side here, actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring up a different chart. If I can find it, this one. Now, I've actually got three. This might look a little crazy, but it's not. We've got, well, I'll tell you what, I'll throw it on to hourly. I like that one a little bit better. There we go. So we've got a 1 hour chart here, and this is the future side of things. So we've got 1 hour here, and we've got a 15-minute chart on the right-hand side here. I'm looking at my 1 hours, and again, you know, big decision up here because for most of the last couple of days, we were going sideways, sideways, sideways. Still money to be made, but we were very much in a sideways moving market. Now you can see we've got a clear downtrending market. Now again, with futures, just like with currencies, you can buy or you can sell. I don't even own anything at this point, but I can either go in and go short the market, or I can go long the market. And that's basically buying or selling. So basically, if I go short the market, it means I want it to keep going down, and then I'll buy it back and close it out later and make a profit. Because again, you buy low and sell high. Well, in this case, I'd be selling high and buying low. So when I look at this market here, let me bring my little mouse over there. You look at this, big red candles. I mean, this has got some negative energy in this market. Should I not be shorting it now? Is that not a good question to ask? Well, again, you know what? You should probably be reading my book if you don't know the answer, because it's a pretty obvious, definitely not. If you want to be trading safely, you don't chase the markets. So what we would do here in this case, and again, that's why I have a 1 hour chart, and then I come over to my 5-minute chart and I look for better opportunities. So I'm looking at the 1 hour to say trend is in the down direction. Now it is over the last day and a half or a day and a quarter. So you can see there's a little line right here. This was the change of the day. So right, we're in the negative trend. The market's going down according to the 1 hour chart. So we had a little bit of testing around of the 2 moving averages, and then a big red candle. That was a good potential go signal to the downside. Get off there. Yeah, and again, we did just pop out of those moving averages, but again, you see the moving averages didn't cross, and then we fell again, and we're falling hard. These were the times to go short the market. Not now. And the market from here may just absolutely fall right out of bed. Yeah, it could. But there's also a good chance, and I'm going to come back to the 1 hour chart here. We look at how far away we are from the moving averages. There's also a good chance that we're going to have a little bit of a sparroing, come back up here, retest those moving averages before we then again find our true direction. Well, what's that going to be? Well, we don't know yet. It may actually be turning to go back up, or it may be just going up to retest the moving averages and then continue with its slide down the hill. We'll have to wait and see. But I hope that was useful for you. This is a 1-minute trader. This is just to give you some ideas and thoughts. Again, coaching is available. And of course, as I say, I've got my basic book out there, which is Keeping It Super Simple. That's an absolute must to get started in trading any kind of product. Don't think you're just going to jump in and start trading currencies. Ridiculous. And you're not likely going to jump in and start trading futures without at least having read that book and then get into my futures book, which, as I say, is going to come out for Christmas time. So again, wish you all the best. Take care, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.